Keel Thomas joined up with you guys. What's the scouting report that you've gotten on him from Marco or the guys down in Ontario Open this year?
Yep, you know what? I had a chance to coach him last year's preseason, and I thought he played really well. I know he scored one night. So we know what he is. He's a solid player, dependable both ways. So that's the kind of player we're looking for right now, so he'll fit in nicely.
What do you think has led to Pierre-Luc Dubois becoming more productive offensively in the last 10, 15 games this season?
I'm not sure that there's one thing. For him, I think I would say he's been probably a little bit more physical than he was earlier in the season. And the only reason I mention that is to be physical, you got to move your feet.
Yeah.
And so when he's moving his feet, he's dangerous to the neutral zone. So I would say there's a little bit of a correlation there, but I don't know that there's a specific thing.
What was your objective when you took over as coach in terms of getting the most out of PL?
Well, I just think it was a bit of a reset for PL more than anything. I don't think he liked the way the first half went, and so it was a chance to clear his head, get a break over the All-Star break, and come back and make a push, and that's what he's done.
Last one for me. You said about being physical, moving your feet. How important is that to a guy like him that plays a power style game? Is that kind of like the key ingredient to playing that way?
Well, I think so. I think the key ingredient is move your feet. So there's different ways you can do that. Sometimes you're feeling good, you have the puck a lot, you get to move your feet. There's nights when you don't get the puck a lot and feels like you're standing still. So if you go out of your way to get in on the forecheck and to move your feet in D zone and to hit a few people, that gets those feet going. You're closer to the puck next time it comes around, and now you get to carry it.
Jim, I know it's been a couple of months. Can't change.
Since you and I had a beer by the campfire, is that what you're saying?
That's coming soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tough to make big wholesale changes mid-season, but kind of what was your priority, your short list of priorities coming in as a coach? Have you liked what you've seen? What's been the biggest adjustment so far?
Yeah. Well, the big thing with these guys have heard this. The big thing was for us just to get our mindset back, to get to the identity of the LA Kings. And, over the past little while, I think we've gotten a lot closer to that. That's good defense, checking, playing hard, and then seeing where we can take the offense from there. We have skilled players. But more than anything, it was just getting back to playing tight defensively, cutting down on some of the chances against, and I think we've done that for the most part.
Status on Philip Deneau?
I still got to talk to the trainers, haven't talked to them. I would say 50-50. We don't know exactly yet.
The guys in the room all talked about wanting to cut down on the number of penalties. I know you mentioned it after the last game as well. Is there one maybe first step to take in order to get that number back to a more manageable amount?
Well, yeah. For me, it's the stick penalties. So stick penalties they're 50-50. Do you have to lay the stick on the guy, or do you just keep the stick off him and close with your body? And to me, those are the types of penalties, and we've taken 4 of those over the last 2 games. Those are the ones that got to go away. We had a couple penalties where you hit a guy, maybe you hit him too hard. It's a 50-50 call. It's a physical battle. You can accept those, but too many stick penalties, and that's something a player can control.
Jim, the focus is on your own team, but what are your thoughts on the West and as a whole and the races that are going on throughout?
Yeah, well, I think it's a great time of year. It's excited. We all love to get and play in the playoffs, and we say that's the best time of the year. We know it, but the way the league is compressed and everybody is fighting here at the end, it's made these last month, coming into the end of the season, seemingly just as exciting as the playoffs because everybody's jockeying and fighting and trying to get there to give themselves a chance at the playoffs. So I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed watching the other teams play and battle. It's just great for everybody around the league.
What does the pre-scout tell you about the Jets and how they've been playing of late?
Well, they're dangerous. We happened to watch the Oilers game. It was an off night for us. I thought it was a great hockey game. Winnipeg really pushed. The goaltender played well for Edmonton. So they're a skilled team. We know that. Added players since we last saw them. So we'll have to be on our toes defensively tonight.